my cancer story, 20 years ago, today. August 19th, 1999.
This was it. This was the day that I got to go home from the hospital. And it's only because I made a deal with my doctor. If my heart and lung scans came back looking really good, can I go home? And he said yes. And the reason why he said yes was my blood counts were holding really stable and steady at that time. I was eating and sure, really, because my mouth sores were still really bad. And when I say my mouth sores were bad, they were so bad that I slightly had to hold my jaw open during the day when I wasn't sleeping, so I couldn't close my jaw all the way. They figured out not only did I have an infection, but I started getting an allergic reaction to some of the medication I was on. And so they had resolved all of this. And because of all these things coming together, I could go home. A lot besides that happened between the last time I posted a video and this time. That is, I changed rooms, and that's because the people in the room next door to me were so loud, it was making it harder for me to rest and recover. I already had migraines pretty much all day long, and having that loud, consistent noise next to me didn't help. I also asked not to have certain nurses take care of me anymore because their bedside manner just wasn't what I could tolerate any longer. When I first came into the hospital, I could pretty much tolerate any nurse, but as I started declining, I needed people who were more quiet, compassionate, who handled me with more care and weren't so rough. And so my mom facilitated both of those requests. And those actions really did help me out. And that's why I knew if I was able to get home, then I would be able to rest and recover even more, because changing the room, changing out the nurses helped me recover because I was more at ease. It wasn't as loud and I had more compassionate people around me. That if I was at home, I would be able to do that even more so. Since my scans came back clear, I was free to go home with one caveat. I still needed to undergo daily treatment of, I think it was antibiotics, and they needed to be done via my IV. Well, when I left City of Hope, they removed the IV. And when I came back home, a home nurse came out and started going through the protocol, what we should do, how long that drip should take, setting all the stuff up so that we would be able to do that. And then she tried to establish a vein in which the IV would be placed, and she just couldn't find one after multiple attempts. And I was doing okay because I was used to this, but she really wasn't. She was concerned she would not be able to find a vein where she could successfully insert an IV. So I went back to the emergency room, and I was just so sad, so disheartened, because I came home to relax. And here I came home for a little bit, like just stepped my foot inside my house, I felt like, trying to get settled, and then right back to a hospital setting so that I can get the help that I needed. Luckily in the ER, they were able to get a vein so I could do my medication management. They did the first round in the hospital, and then from then on, I did that at home.
August 19th, 2019.
Today I spent time at home not running around too much, doing activities that really support my life, making food that really nourishes my body, working out so I can stay strong and healthy. What I've realized over the years, whether it's 20 years ago when I had cancer or today, whether it's trying to incorporate these principles of living into my own life, or to all the people who I've worked with, is it takes action. And action's gonna look different depending upon the life stage you're at. So 20 years ago, my action to try to be healthy was following the doctor's orders, asking questions though when it made sense, walking up and down a hallway to try to maintain some sort of strength in my body, eating food that wouldn't make me sick. Now today, it looks much different. I'm able to have workouts that are much more challenging. I can eat pretty much anything that I want, even though I'm a vegan, but I still take time to pause and breathe, rest and recover. And so I would love to know, what is the action that you're taking for yourself right now that makes sense? Is it pausing and taking deep breaths? focusing on establishing a really solid sleeping pattern, which can help with stress reduction and help with muscle recovery from your workouts as well? Is it coming consistently to your Pilates workouts or other types of workouts? Maybe leaning on other people for support and connection. What are the actions that you're taking right here, right now, that are going to eventually work to transform your life? Because we know transformation does not happen overnight. It's a lifelong journey, and we're all on our own unique path. And my wish to you, my hope for you, is that you always stay on the path that feels just right, that feels like it's in alignment with where you need to be. So sometimes that means pushing hard, sometimes that means slowing down, and other times it means changing course a little bit. From my home to yours, I hope that you have a beautiful day.
Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the bell notification. And like, share, and leave me a comment.